Just recently, Samsung unveiled the Galaxy S23 Ultra, which despite sharing many similarities with the previous year's Galaxy S22 Ultra, appears to have marked a significant turning point in Samsung's approach to flagship devices. The Galaxy S23 Ultra presents a top-tier mobile experience from its improved camera system and updated chipset to its enhanced software. Without the foldable feature, it stands out as Samsung's finest product in the Galaxy S series, outshining even other flagship models. While some aspects may still have room for improvement, this device boasts several new superior and enhanced features that define the Galaxy S23 Ultra experience. The primary reason to turn to the Galaxy S23 Ultra is as plain as the big camera lens staring back at you on the back of Samsung's new phone. It's the 200-megapixel main camera sensor, easily the most talked about new feature among the many Samsung is introducing with the S23 family. And having snapped many photos with that camera, we think it lives up to the hype. We love the flexibility of the 200-megapixel lens, which lets you snap photos at full resolution and then crop down to a specific part of the photo without losing much in the way of detail. You can also combine 16 pixels to produce a 12.5-megapixel photo to call out more color in low-light settings. Quad-pixel pinning yields some impressive-looking 50-megapixel shots as well. The iPhone 14 Pro Max and Pixel 7 Pro have been dominating the best camera phone talk for a while now, but when we put those phones up against the Galaxy S23 Ultra in our head-to-head testing, Samsung's phone held its own, even producing better shots in many instances. The 200-megapixel main camera may grab the headlines, but don't sleep on the Galaxy S23 Ultra's ability to photograph the night sky. When Mark Spoonhour tested the S23 Ultra, he managed to shoot the full moon at 1x, 10x, 30x, and 100x with the Galaxy S23 Ultra's pair of telephoto lenses powering its Space Zoom feature. Space Zoom being quite literal in this case. The results, a detailed moon hung in the night sky, speak for themselves. An effort to produce similar shots with the iPhone 14 Pro Max turned the moon into a blurry blob. Since we first ran Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 benchmarks on a reference device late last year, we've been eager to see what Qualcomm's new chipset did in a shipping device. The customized version powering the Galaxy S23 Ultra did not disappoint. Usually we see a wide gap in benchmark numbers between Apple's chips and Qualcomm's silicon. While the iPhone 14 Pro models powered by the A16 Bionic chip still finish ahead of the Galaxy S23 Ultra on most of the tests, the gap isn't as wide as it used to be. In fact, our Galaxy S23 Ultra benchmarks saw Samsung outperform the iPhone 14 Pro in 3DMark's Wildlife Unlimited test. It also produced a better multi-core result in Geekbench than the A15 Bionic-powered iPhone 14. When reviewing Galaxy S phones, we used to praise the performance as pretty good for an Android device. With the Galaxy S23 Ultra, we don't need to include that caveat anymore. One of the weaker aspects of last year's Galaxy S22 family was how long the phones could last on a charge. Yes, the Galaxy S22 Ultra could outlast the average smartphone on battery test, in which the phones surf the web over cellular until they run out of power. But to get that result, we had to disable the adaptive refresh rate of the Galaxy S22 Ultra's display. There was no need for such trickery with the Galaxy S23 Ultra, which held out for 12 hours and 22 minutes with its display rate set to adaptive, up to 120 Hz. And if you do happen to turn off the adaptive refresh rate feature, you can get the phone to run for 13 hours. In terms of everyday use, that's going to let you use your phone from dawn to dusk without the need for a charge. Since the Galaxy S23 Ultra has the same size battery as its predecessor, this is another reason to credit the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 mobile platform for Galaxy. It's pretty clear Qualcomm's chipset manages to power a whole lot better than what we got last year. Like the rest of the Galaxy S23 lineup, the Galaxy S23 Ultra ships with One UI 5.1, an updated version of Samsung's interface overlay for Android 13. That means new software features, and they really add something to the party. We particularly like Bixby Text Call, in which the onboard assistant finally pulls its weight by answering calls on your behalf and letting you text back responses. The new modes option may sound a lot like the focus modes Apple offers on iOS 16 devices, but it's still a welcome addition to the Galaxy's bag of tricks. So yeah, that's it for today. What are your thoughts on this? Comment below, and as always, see you in the next video. Peace out.